enlightenment.
Please continue watching to find out more. This clip will be aired with more subtitles later today. On Tuesday, June 4th, 2024, our most insightful Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, generously took time out of her intensive meditation retreat, in which she has been working tirelessly to uplift our world, to remind us all that it is important for us to eat well and take good care of our bodies in order to make spiritual progress. She also lovingly explains why charitable acts alone cannot bring liberation and reiterates the importance of having faith in a true living master to attain salvation.
Hi, loving souls. It's nice to talk to you again. Although we are always communicating inside. Anyway, I want to discuss something with you. I heard recently that some of you want to eat only one meal a day just because I said to you that I eat once a day. Please do not copy this, because if you are still working in the bustling world, please do not be too hard on yourself. Eating one meal a day normally is for, like, when you're in retreat, alone or with some trusted friends. Otherwise, if you're still working very hard, every day, and then go home, you still need to take care of your people, your family or your pet people, even your friends, relatives, then you should not. You can try, of course, for a while to see how you go, okay? But do not force yourself thinking that it will make you become a Buddha quickly. It's not like that. Because how much you eat also depends on your merit in the past life or in this life. The venerated enlightened Buddha, he did not have much stress in those days because there was no pollution, no climate change to worry about. I mean, not that the Buddha worries about life and death, it's just that the enlightened people, enlightened ones, always care for others, not for themselves. Now, even when the Buddha was alive, he allowed his monks to take juice in the afternoon, because at that time the Buddha himself and the monks ate only once a day around noon. And normally, afternoon they would not take food. They drank water, of course. You can do that also. But the Buddha expressly say that he allows his monks to take juice, all kinds of leaf juice, vegetable juice, and fruit juice. I will ask the team to print it out for you. But just a moment, maybe I can tell you. Okay, the Buddha's instruction is in the Mahavagga, because there was one ascetic who came to the Buddha to invite him and his monks for a meal. At that time, it was too late already in the afternoon, because the Buddha and the monk Sangha do not take any meal, any solid food after the noontime. They normally eat only at around noon. So the ascetic Kenya made some juice and offered it to the Buddha. And the Buddha said to him, please distribute it to the monks, the bhikkhus. But then the bhikkhus were very worried because it's not the time to eat any food. So they declined. And then the Buddha say, oh, it's all right. It's all right. You can have it. And then after that, the ascetic Kenya served all the bhikkhus with the juice that he made until all of them were contented and wanted no more. Then, because of this occasion, The Buddha also delivered an instruction addressed the bhikshus and said, I allow you, O bhikshus, 8 kinds of drinkable things: mango syrup and jambu syrup and plantain syrup and mocha syrup and grape juice and syrup made from the edible root of the water lily, honey and parusaka syrup. I allow you, O bhikshus, the juice of all fruits except the juice prepared from corn. I allow you, O bhikshus, drinks prepared from all kinds of leaves except drinks prepared from pot herbs. Pot herbs, I guess, are similar to like peppermint, yeah, or rosemary. And the Buddha continued to say, I allow you, O bhikshus, drinks prepared from all flowers except licorice juice. I allow you, O bhikshus, the use of the juice of the sugar cane. All these are the juices that the Buddha allowed his monks to drink, though it's already past noontime. And even before this occasion, the monks were allowed to take food when traveling or in a similar situation when the exact time for the meal was uncertain. So in the case that you really consider to take the 1 meal course per day, then please be advised by the Buddha instruction as I have told you. There's also honey allowed, but normally, even before that, the Buddha allowed the use of honey for medicinal purposes and to keep it for only 7 days. I don't take any of the juices. I really did maybe a couple of times in my lifetime. They're nice, they're okay. You can take them in the afternoon in case you insist you want to take 1 meal per day at noon. But be careful, you have to have enough nutrition because you still work in the world and are being, influenced by the energies of the hungry and appetized people of your surroundings. Now, in case you think by being an ascetic or eating only once a day, you will become a Buddha, it's not like that, okay? You also need to eat according to your assigned karma of this lifetime. I did it myself too. I also was vegetarian for some time, and it worked until heaven stopped me, as it is not useful for my spiritual work. Namely, through more food-related karma, more blessing will be for the world. For my petite physical body, it does only all it can physically. But I tell you, it was such a freedom, such a floating lightness, that I was so sad to discontinue. I am still sad remembering that. So please do not force your body to do it, even though the will is strong and anything you like can be done. But if your karma is designed otherwise, or you do not have a very strong spiritual practice and inner spiritual strength, then your body might fail you. So please, you can try for a while to see how it goes. If it doesn't work, you have to try to readjust to your old menu gradually, as long as it's vegan. I do not like to make the impression on any of you that asceticism is a must in our practice. No. Please be normal, okay? Be normal. Enjoy whatever you can afford and in your life. So many things you have avoided already, and I'm very grateful for that. So try to be moderate in all things, okay? Yes. Asceticism in itself doesn't bring you much. I have to tell you honestly. The main point is that you practice the right meditation and way of life. You have to be imparted a meditation method by a real enlightened and capable master who has tremendous power. So she can give it to anyone that has the fortune to encounter him or her and ask for this greatest of all favors on earth and in the universe. That is the initiation by grace for enlightenment. You see, because spiritual enlightenment is something inside of your real being. It's not from the outer garment, which is the body that houses your soul. Now, suppose, the electric cable is very beautiful and well taken care of, but there is no connection to the electric source, then the light will not brighten up. And any other instrument that needs electricity will not work. It has to be connected with the power of electricity. Similarly, if we take really good care of the body, but we don't have a connection with the real source of God power within, then it's useless. Of course, the electricity cable has to be well maintained so that the electricity can go through for other uses. But it's not overdoing the electricity cable. You don't have to take extra care of the electric cable, but you have to maintain it well, sufficiently. You don't have to decorate your electric cable with flowers or silk or velvet or any other beautiful cloth, or paint it all kind of color, or decorate the electricity box or the electricity, plug. That will not be necessary. Okay, that's it. I hope I have explained sufficiently, because you are intelligent anyway. And for immediate enlightenment, that is something you have to count on your 1,000 aeons of blessings to be able to receive it from an exceptional, powerful master. Without that, even if you become ascetic for a long, long time, and you even don't eat anything, it's not much use. Of course, it might be able to clean some of your karma, but the physical karma alone cannot bring you to liberation or condemn you, because spiritual inside is different from the outer knowledge. I have to think of how to explain it. Do I still? Whatever harm you can avoid doing to others, that is very helpful to you. It will bring you merit, it will clean your karma. But that is not the way for ultimate liberation or Buddhahood, or going home to God, or being one with God. Life after life, we take and give from different beings in our many lifetimes. And the give and take still has to continue in this lifetime. So whatever you think you can afford and take in, like food, clothing, just be moderate. But do not force yourself. Do not be extreme. Okay? If I have to, for some reason, eat more than once a day, I will have to. As per karma dictates. Sometimes it's too much karma at one time, it's overwhelming. I have to do what I have to do, yes? But why do I prefer one meal a day? Like for example, like on a 3 month retreat, I took only that, sesame, brown rice, salt and water. Nothing more, not even fruit or any other things. It's just because it's more simple to live that way and you still can survive, And during retreat, it's more difficult to have people to keep bringing food to you, because you want to be in peace, in quietude, in silence, to be alone, to contemplate on the inner spiritual wealth, to be close to God, to be one with God. So every complication caused by food or clothing is better to be avoided. But that doesn't mean it's forbidden, yes? But if I have to eat more than once a day, by God's will, by heaven's order, or by the karma of the world, I will do that. I'm not attached to one meal a day or many meals a day. Whatever is God's will, I will do it, okay? So now if you think that God wants you to eat once a day, of course, if God tells you, or if you think intuitively that is the way you should go with your life, then please try it. But be careful and always watch if your body, your mind, your mental, physical, emotional, psychological, intellectual body, etc., would agree with what you're doing, okay? Otherwise, you may cause harm to yourself. Some people also go into the extreme, like becoming a breatharian, with or without guru. And some of them lose their life. Sadly, you know, you need this physical body in order to continue to do the practice that your master has instructed you in, so that you will reach higher and higher dimensions in heaven while still living in this world, so that you can liberate yourself, your many, many generations, and also bless the surroundings, bless the world at the same time. Therefore, your duration of practice is very important. Do not try to shorten your life by any ideal or any concoction or any delusional thinking. For example, that being ascetic will bring you liberation. No. You have to do it the right way, you know? Whatever you are born to do. And even meditation, not just any meditation, brings you to liberation. I have observed the whole world. People meditate in all kinds of ways, on all kinds of things. Most of them have the wrong method from a lower master and can't get beyond the third world. A wrong, low-level master could harm you in many aspects, not just spiritually. And if you can't get beyond the third world, it means you have to return to a physical body, physical life, either on this planet or any other planet in the universe. This is a sad thing that even many of the zealous demons or astral demons post themselves as priests or monks and nuns, you know, as spiritual masters, and mislead a lot of sentient beings to go to the lower way of spirituality or path. I saw that and I felt very painful. But whatever karma you have, that's the way you will go on with your life. Unless some miracle happens that you meet an enlightened master and get a true, secure, guaranteed spiritual meditation method to bring you to the true liberation beyond the three worlds. You know, we could say the fourth world, actually, when including the human world. The human world, the astral world, the causal world, and the Brahma world, all these worlds will be destroyed one day or another. In Buddhist terminology, the Buddha called it the three worlds, meaning our physical world that we can see, touch, hear, and perceive. It's not included, it's different. The other three worlds, like the astral, causal, and a Brahma world, are invisible to the naked eye. Sometimes you can see them. It depends on your karma and your past life, spiritual connection. But most people don't see these three worlds. These are the three worlds you have to pass beyond in order to be liberated. That means you don't ever come back to this physical world or any other physical world anywhere. Either becoming a human, animal, a tree, plant, anything again, or even a demon, ghost, or hell being. So if you want to really be away from suffering forever, yes, and go to a higher dimension, enjoying bliss, happiness, and true liberation, then you have to go beyond the three invisible worlds, from the astral to the Brahma world. It's very difficult for you to really find a master to lead you beyond the third world. If you find such a master and your level is still too low, for example, that you can reach only the third world, not beyond it, it doesn't matter. If your master is truly enlightened and a true powerful master, then she can still continue to bless you and teach you until, you live above the three destructible worlds. But by asceticism, you can hardly reach there, okay? Truly. You need a pure, determined heart. If you could, it's still very, very difficult, because while you're practicing that, you will also be contaminated by other people around you. Their energy, their karma, their contact with you will bring you trouble and will not allow you to be uplifted to a higher dimension. Unless you are connected with a higher dimension already, just like through the Kuan Yin method that I have imparted to you. That is the correct, the direct word to higher dimensions. You go slow, you go fast, it's up to you, but it is a direct connection to a higher world. You will definitely reach liberation, guaranteed, or become even Buddha in this lifetime. If you're truly that high, that pure, and have practiced, thousands of aeons before without fruit. Even animals also practice spiritually. Some snake people also meditate, they practice very well, very diligently, and then they can become human, or they can make themselves appear as humans for short term or forever. Yes? But that is different. To practice just to jump from one species level to another, not to be in a higher heaven or be liberated, become Buddha or become one with God. That is the highest way you can aspire to. Just like in the Kuan Yin method, you are connected directly to the highest possible dimension. And you can reach any stage of that road. It depends on your karma, past life karma, your practice, your sincerity, your purity, and the blessing of all heavens that are always trying to take care of you. Now, if you practice alone, you're not a master, it's quite easy. All you have to do is just receive the initiation from the master with your heart of longing to go home, longing to know God. Then you will have it at the end, definitely, guaranteed, 100% true and sure. Any other methods, it depends also on the master who has attained a higher level or not. Even in the Kuan Yin method, if somebody just learns halfway, half-baked or just a little bit and thinks that's all there is, because she didn't see the masters before and after inner works, and at the time of initiation, not much more than a silent communication, silent transmission. You see, the so-called disciple will still receive inner heavenly light and inner heavenly word, or you call it sound, or you call it vibration. I mean, even in the physical body, you can see heaven, you can hear the word of God, the vibration of the spheres, and you will be feeling more and more enlightened each day, and also more and more comfortable in the physical domain. That is because the master feeds you spiritual power gradually until you grow up and are safe in heavenly realms. So do not try to rely only on asceticism in order to reach your goal. No, if you are practicing the Kuan Yin method, you don't need that. Long time ago, the Chinese Zen master saw that his disciple just sat on the floor in the temple and tried to meditate whatever his way. And he used bricks to, to polish in front of him. And he asked them, what do you think you're doing? He said, I'm trying to make a mirror. And he said, you cannot make a mirror out of these bricks, no matter how long you polish them. So he told him, it's the same. Sitting there will not bring you enlightenment. Just sitting there. No. Yes, because he knew there was the way for enlightenment. The path of enlightenment, you have to walk on that path. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere that you want. Yes. Or it takes many thousands of years or many eons until you find the right path. You just run around in a circle, in a labyrinth, you know. This is difficult to tell outside people if they don't have the experiences inside the way you do. So I'm just talking to you actually, just to remind you of things, okay? Right. If you really want to eat only once a day, or it's simple, you know, the no pain kind of vegetables that I have listed some to you, not all of them. I don't have time to think about too many things. The Supreme Master television work physically takes up a lot of my time. A lot, many hours, and I do other things as well. Even photography takes many hours for you just to enjoy a few seconds, a few minutes. My team works very hard, and of course I'm working along with them. But I think the list that I have listed for myself, you know, is enough already for me to live on. It worked. It works up to now, yeah? And if you don't want all those, you can even just have a brown rice, sesame, and some fruit, yeah? You know, melons, those are no pain fruits. Then you're okay also. And you feel satisfied. You will feel light-hearted, light-footed as well. You'll be happy. But of course, if you are in any situation that you don't have those foods and you have other foods, vegan, of course, then you can partake in some. Yeah. But if you worry that you don't have enough nutrition, then it's a very, unnecessary worry. Yes. You can also eat white rice with those vegetables and fruits that I listed, you know, even though the list is not complete. It's enough. My God, we don't live to eat, we eat to live. But I emphasize, I do not advocate for asceticism as a way to force your body just to feel that you can. Of course you can, huh? But do not try to force yourself too much into trouble, all right? I just want to tell you, if you want to have less meals or less troublesome cooked meals, then you can have them. More simple. But do not force yourself, okay? If your body cannot bear it, stop immediately and return slowly to normal. Do not immediately jump from one extreme to the next relaxing kind of way of life. Okay, but always be vegan, yeah? Not because you're scared of karma only, but mainly because we don't want to hurt any beings. Even animal beings, they don't look like us, but they are souls. They have souls in them, and they have spiritual connection with the universe. Many animal people know more than we humans will ever know. They have an acute sense of knowing things that will happen before they even happen. They could see through you. They could predict what you're going to have as trouble or as an accident. And they try to warn you a lot. But most humans cannot hear the animal people talk. Sometimes you see an animal person suddenly jumping around you and disturbing your TV watching because that animal person knows that that program will bring you bad karma, burden, for example, like that. My dog people know that. Many of them tried to stop me many times, but because I have to work, I have to know the world in order to take care of the world. So I have to sacrifice. But if you don't have to, you must not. Don't watch too many worldly programs, especially those violent films and shows. They are very, very bad for you. They deplete your energy. They drag you down to a lower level, even if you're already on a higher level, okay? Yes, they make you sick. They make you ill. They disturb your mental capacity and everything, especially if you watch it, at night when you need to sleep. Even if you are a night person, you better not abuse yourself too much mentally, psychologically, emotionally, wisdom-wise, because the nighttime is a time to rest, time to meditate and contemplate on a higher, loftier dimensions in the universe, nearer to heaven, nearer to God, okay? Nighttime is a time of the negative force who is roaming around and disturbing your peace, sucking up your energy, even influencing you to do wrong, thus creating bad karma for you or and others consequently. Yeah, sometimes I have to work late in the night. I'm very sorry for myself. I have to say I'm not stone. I'm not made of iron. I'm sorry for myself. And for some of my team's people who have to work at night also. But if we have to do it, we do it. If any of you, the Supreme Master TV people, want to eat once a day, you could if you want to. If you think it helps you, you have to listen to the body and observe your energy to see if it's good. If you feel any trouble, please stop immediately, okay? We have enough money. We always have enough food for you. I have, okay? Don't worry about that. You have everything you need to live on comfortably and well. So do not force yourself trying to save money or anything like that. No need, okay? Yes. I'm not a billionaire, but my business has enough income. Even during the pandemic, we still have some spare. I made sure so that we can continue to do our work. But it's also God's grace, If one day we don't have, then I will report it to you. Right now, you continue to eat well, okay, sleep good, and do what you can for the world through Supreme Master Television. Because nowadays, it's only through this kind of media that we could spread the truth and all the reports, the true reports around the world. I used to go around the world talking before, but the effect and the results were nothing compared to the media such as television or the internet. That's why we're doing it. But do not make yourself a victim of asceticism. Every noble goal, anything you try to minimize, to simplify your world, and to save the resources of the planet, I appreciate it very much. I will appreciate it very much. But do not force too hard, okay? Your body, your physical life is very important to your spiritual practice. It's easier to practice here than in heaven. In heaven it's slower because you have nothing to do there. You don't have much of the merit and the challenges to polish you. So whatever you earn in this world in spiritual practice is much quicker, much more valuable than elsewhere. All right. So take care of your bodies and do good for the world. No need to kill yourself for for anything, even for Supreme Master Television. All right, got that? If you want to try the no pain food, okay also. See if your body is okay with it. Don't force anything anyway, all right? I'm just telling you that you could live on it if you want. Because I could, see? I have done it. It's okay. Or even just brown rice, sesame, and salt, okay. And even eating once a day, okay. But it depends on how much you have to work and run around in your situation. We don't work so easily. We have to work in hectic times, and sometimes during the night where we could not even sleep, we have to do something when it comes to an urgent situation. And I appreciate it very much that every time we have FN, you work very hard, diligently, and fast. You always surprised me with your, efficiency and speed. Thank you again and again. May God bless you all so much. So if you need to eat more than one meal a day, it's okay with me. You need to work physically, also emotionally and spiritually while you are in your abode to continue to do work for the Supreme Master Television. You have to be fit, well, alert, and happy as well. One meal a day, it doesn't suit everybody. It needs probably some rigorous training, specified just for that. And during that time, you have to concentrate on this regime. Yeah. And then if you feel hungry during the day afterward or before that, then it might be difficult to concentrate on meditation or doing Supreme Master Television work. So 3 times a day meditation, 2 meals a day, it's just very reasonable. So now you know, it's not because I ate even once a day or eat even no pain food that it means I advocate for this way of life. No, huh? Okay? You please live well. When you're in retreat, it's difficult to get all the food you want, and you do not want to be disturbed. If people always come in bringing food to you, then you just eat what you can afford, what your time allows. And what's the position, the condition of your retreat is, and the situation and the locale of your retreat. So do not dwell deep into asceticism and believe that is the way to liberation. It's not. Even those who do charity and do good, either to humans or animal people, these people, they're lofty, they are noble, but it's not the method for liberation or to reach the high attainments such as Buddhahood. Doing charity, helping others, doing good deeds are things we should do. And it will lessen some of our karma, of course. But it's not like the Kuan Yin method that leads you to total liberation in one lifetime. Remember that. But you should always do good deeds anyway, okay? I do also. Not because I need merit or praise or reward, but because we live here together. If somebody is in need, or some humans or animal people are in need, or any beings are in need, we must help them. That's a normal thing to do. It's not because we need a merit or want a reward. Better not. Whatever you do, accredit it all to God, to heavens, okay? To Buddhas. It's not for liberation that we do charitable work. That won't be sufficient, okay? Just to remind you again. And you can see all the saints and sages, what they did in ancient times, then you will know what I'm saying is the truth. And not just I who say it. It's my realization to know that. It's a part of my realization. It is one thing that you listen to the saints and sages telling you this and that instruction for spiritual practice. But it is another thing that you realize it yourself. You assimilate it yourself. You understand profoundly the true meaning of it through your own spiritual experiences. That's different. So self-realization is wisdom, is God realization, is enlightenment to the highest possible in this world. If you're just doing work for Supreme Master Television and really have faith in the Master who organizes Supreme Master Television, for example, then you will also have merit. And if you're vegan, sincere and pure, then of course the Master will also lift you up for liberation. But it's not because you work in the Supreme Master Television network or just sit in meditation. No, it is because of the Master behind it. You know, with the Master power who helps you. Just like sometimes people outside on the street or anywhere, just by chance see the Master, meet his or her eyes, that person will also be uplifted to a high degree accordingly and even liberated in one lifetime or the next lifetime because of the blessing of that enlightened Master's power. It's not that you just do good and then you will have the blessing to be liberated in this lifetime or a couple of lifetimes afterward. No, the Master power is a main focus, is a main ingredient for your liberation, for your high enlightenment. All the scriptures of the big main true good religions mention that. I'm just trying to remind you of your own faith, of your own religious teaching. If you are Sikh, look into the Sikh scripture, the Granth Sahib. If you are Muslim, look into the Quran. If you're Christian, look into the Bible, look into the Christian teachings, look into Jesus' left behind teaching essence in the Essene scriptures. It's mentioned everywhere. You just didn't notice it. You just brushed by it. Maybe you didn't understand anyway. If you are Jain, look into the teachings of Lord Mahavira and other Jain teachers, Jain masters. If you're Buddhist, look into Buddha's teachings. They always mention the blessing of the Buddha. The Buddha was a master, of course, an enlightened master. Look into any religion that was left behind by any master, you will see they always mention about the benefit of knowing a master, of the blessing of the master, true master. Just mention any master, casually, Kabir, even, you will see it all. Hinduism, if you're a Hindu, you must look into your scriptures of Hinduism. Then you will know what I'm saying. It's all correct. It's all affirmed in your own religions. If all the masters knew or realized that just by doing asceticism or good deeds, charitable deeds, helping others, you would be liberated forever, then they would have told you that. No, none of them say that. Yes, you pay for, zakat or you do charity the Christian way, Buddhist way, Hindu way, Sikh way, or Jain way. But nothing says that if you just do good deeds, then you'll be liberated. No. They mention that you have merit. Heaven will bless you. Your life will be comfortable now or maybe next life. But it doesn't mention that you will be liberated. You will become Buddha if you do charitable deeds. The most charitable deed, the best, the highest, the most effective is truth, charity, meaning you teach people the truth. You spread the truth teaching from any master, the living master, of course. Otherwise, why would the Buddha be reborn again to go through a lot of asceticism or trouble or trials and even assassination attempts in order for another Buddha to be there? We have had so many Buddhas since ancient times. Sakyamuni Buddha even mentioned that, of course. And why did Jesus Christ have to come down again, suffer the torture on the cross, just to be another Son of God reincarnated again? because Lord Jesus has been there before. It cannot be that since a billion, millions of years, God sent only one Son and forgets, neglects all before Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Why did the prophet, peace be upon him, have to come down again and suffer so much? Why did any other masters, saints, and sages have to come down again when we already had so many countless masters, saints, and sages, and many times the Son of God has come down again already? They have to come down to remind us, to give us the connection to the direct teaching of God, to the direct road to enlightenment, to liberation, to forever live in true freedom, in blessing and wisdom. So to have a master is a must. If you have a true master who imparted to you the true method to reach immediate enlightenment, to connect you with the path of direct connection with the highest heavens, with God, then you are there. Then you are secured. You are safe. Otherwise, no matter what you do, the best deeds in the world, selling the whole world to give in charity, to be an ascetic with nothing in your whole life, many lives, still, it never would give you liberation or Buddhahood. So whatever you can do for the world, it's good for you that you do that because you're noble. Lofty, but that doesn't mean that is the way to bring you to liberation. Even to work for Supreme Master Television, that doesn't bring you liberation. But the Kuan Yin method imparted by the Master Power to you, that is the one who will liberate you forever. Yeah? All right. Thank you anyway for working for Supreme Master Television, because that is the best you can do to help our fellow humans and our brother and sister animal people and trees, plants and rocks and all things in this physical world and beyond. Thank you for that. Bravo. My God bless you immensely and love you forever. Amen. I love you too, forever. That's all I want to tell you. All right. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Love you, love you. Love you a lot. Thank you for all you do for the world. I also, by the way, thank you to all the non-disciple people outside who help to save the planet, to protect the humans and the animals.
To eat. Meditation is your shield. Why wisdom is more valuable than gold. The ingredients needed to awaken our God power within, etc. To view this and more related between master and disciples messages and conferences, all free for download, please visit suprememastertv.com and search for Eat According to Your Karma.